Old Man Saf.
Hey everyone, this is Neela.
Hey yo, it's your boy Funke, the coolest teen rapper online.
What's up? It's me, Alfie. You're listening to The Cool Table with
You're
Adrian.
listening to the Cool Table.
You're listening to The Cool Table.
You're listening to The Cool Table.
And I'm not sure if you know this, but right now, you're in the cut with my man, Adriel Smile.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to The Cool Table. We're here in the cut with the boy Lexxicon. He got the dairy-free in front of him. Really appreciate that. You know, I'm dairy-free myself. I had the pleasure hearing the album, early, so I'm excited to talk about that, but we're going to get into some other things first. Now, has vanilla always been your favorite flavor, or is vanilla just a flavor you're going with because it's dairy-free?
The second one.
Okay. So if you had the choice to really go dairy, what flavor would you be going with?
Either mango or strawberry.
Mango or strawberry, I like that.
Or I love the eggnog flavor. I do.
Really?
Yeah, even though I can't.
Whoa.
So good.
My flavor is rum and raisin. That's something that I don't even be seeing that often.
Yeah,
but
I don't know, it disappeared.
Yeah, last time I had that was in Jamaica, but rum and raisin is my go-to flavor. they have it there?
Yeah.
Of course. They got all the good stuff. So you were born in Jamaica, but you grew up in London. Now, seeing how honestly, it feels like you just went anywhere that Jamaicans were, because you were in London, you were in New York, now you're in Toronto. So I guess talk about growing up in London as a Jamaican. Are there a lot of, Londons who were born in Jamaica that end up growing up in London? Is that like a common thing there?
So I was there when I was maybe from 3 to 6.
Okay, so
7.
super early.
So yeah, super early. So I do not remember who was there.
That's fair. That's fair.
And after that, we just went right to New York.
Okay.
Which there's definitely a lot of the Jamaicans in New York.
For sure.
And definitely a lot in Toronto too.
For sure.
I guess indirectly I was just following the Jamaicans.
How old were you when you came to Toronto?
13.
13. Okay, so you went and did your high school and stuff here.
Yeah.
Do you remember if there was a dance hall type of scene in New York?
No, I didn't know anything about music at that time.
Oh, that's like pre-music.
Yeah, I was like,
jeez, I know those ones.
Yeah,
that's
it was
crazy.
before. Yeah, because it was pre-13, before. I don't know nothing about music. I didn't.
So,
yeah.
so this has me thinking now. When you came to Toronto, sorry, how old are you?
13.
No, how old are you now? Sorry.
Oh, I'm 23 now.
Okay, so when you came to Toronto, who was the big dance artist? Because when I was around that age, it was Serrani and Vibes. Were you in Toronto around that time when those guys were the big kind of dance? Because I feel like dancehall was probably bigger when I was 13, 14, 15 than it is now. Well,
who was big then? I don't. Let me see. I think that's when I just found out about music.
So who was the first person when you just found out? When you just found out, who were you
When
on?
I just found out is only because I finally got this MP3 thing that I never had before. It was those ones you could get at Staples, and I got it for a birthday or Christmas or something.
Yep.
And it had radio on it.
And it probably was a brick too.
It was this small. It was, but then I had radio on it, and because there's never any radio in my house.
Mm-hmm.
There's never no the only thing I ever heard was gospel.
I grew up the same way.
I didn't even know other things existed.
That's why I'm so curious. I grew up the same way. It's a funny story. Growing up, the radio was my outlet because how am I gonna download Missy Elliott? It's not happening. So the radio was my outlet, and I used to listen to rock and pop punk and indie before I even knew what hip. The only hip hop artist I knew before I got into hip hop all the way was Bow Wow. Somehow I had a Bow Wow CD.
I didn't even know what hip hop was.
And then someone showed me Chris Brown Run It, and I was like, it was so different from what I was used to. I listened to Maroon 5 and Coldplay only. So I'm wondering, who was your first person that you were this is different? I think the
first one I heard, because I was listening mostly to the pop station. Mm-hmm. So I think the first thing I can remember is, I think it was Britney Spears' Toxic.
Jeez. Now that was heat, though.
Was the song on the radio
That was heat, though.
I think that was, the song I heard. And then I would just, hear that station. Especially because where we were in, a basement apartment, so, only certain stations would pick up, too.
Yeah,
so I didn't even,
You can't get all the stations. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It was a struggle, but it was the first time I could hear anything different, and I was like, oh shit! And then there was this thing where you could record on the MP3. So it'd be recording.
I did that too.
I'd record the radio song so I could listen to it back later. because we didn't. Yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I can't believe you said that because I used to do that too, and I would never catch the full song. So every song, I either got the man talking at the beginning of it, or I clue in too late, and I'm like, oh yeah, let me record this, and we're already at the chorus. And I didn't even know that was like a not normal thing to do until I had another friend who was downloading music. I'm like,
I didn't know about
why
that.
Why it sound so much better than mine? I had no idea. So it's comforting to know that I wasn't the only one doing the wrong things.
Your young Jamaican experience.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh man, like I can't believe you were doing the same thing. I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
It's true. That was a time of like, what was it? You couldn't be on the phone and the computer at the same time.
Why? No way.
Because like it would just
way.
Like, you heard that beep, beep. Yep. It was
that sound was deadly. I hated that
time
sound.
that I grew up in.
So, Bashment Reggaeton came out on June 4th.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start working on this album? Did you start like? Were you started basically before that last one came out, or you?
So I started the Bashment Reggaeton one in like September of like 2018.
Okay.
So started then, and then I started this one like January 2019.
Okay. So pretty soon after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I kind of basically wrapped up the Bashment one in like January, February, and I just already had a new idea where I want to go next, so I just started. Yeah.
What was the first song that you did from? That group that became Bashment Trap House. Like, what was the first song?
The first one was Fati Fati.
Really?
That was actually the first one. Actually, I found that sound like way back in January. I heard it. I was like, no, this is gonna be amazing. Like, I was just hearing everything. I took like months like going back and reworking it because I wanted it to be like perfect. I wanted it to be like a great blend of like dancehall and like hip hop, but still with the pop structure and like all these. I was just like really fine tuning it over a couple months. But like that was the first one I actually.
Okay. For it. And I guess talking about that process, because like for our job, when we see it says this artist is a mix of, and you'll get the mix of anybody. It'll say they're a mix of Marvin Gaye and DMX, and you'll be like, okay, this is not really a thing. But I feel like with your album, you're probably one of the closest things I've seen to actually mixing hip hop and dance on the same songs. I've heard people where it's like one song's more dancehall track, one song's more hip hop track, but you have a lot of tracks where it's like clearly a mix. Like Sleeping on Me is one of those. Sitting on My Back is one of those. Like. You have a lot of that are like clearly a mix. Like, did you have someone you were looking to that you're like, this is someone who's done it successfully? I want to emulate them.
That's true. I did take some inspirations after I heard. I can tell you, I made a little playlist to myself.
Okay,
of
perfect.
Inspirations, because I was like, this would be dope if I could like make this my own. So there's Stylo G. Breadman.
Okay.
So if you heard Stylo G, Breadman. Oh wait, does it let me play? I can play it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There's that. So it's like.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, that was the first time I was like, oh shit. Someone like kind of like put it together, and it kind of like, and I was like, oh, this is like could be a thing. Like I was like,
I see the way you're going for.
I was like, oh, okay. And then I heard like the Stefflon Don. This is like Lick Don.
Yo, she's good for that too.
Yeah.
I should have thought of her. She's good for that too. You're right.
And I love Stefflon Don. So
when
I heard all that, I was like, oh. And then like I heard. Like kind of like some of the American sounds who are doing hip hop trying to add more Caribbean flavors, and I was like, okay, there's like something that can go on here, and then I just kind of built my concept from that.
Okay. Yeah. You have like, I say you have a huge range of sounds. Like if someone hears the right song or the wrong song, they could think of your album in a whole different way.
Absolutely.
How did you think to put the Don first? Cause I think that was a good choice personally. But how did you choose that one first, and how do you choose the rest of the sequencing of the album?
So I usually do it because I listen to albums all the time, and like I know what I like. I like when it starts out as like a fire song, and it's just like you get starting popping, boom, boom,
blazing,
boom,
blazing.
We're just out the gate, taking heads, like just out the gate. So it's okay, no, this one has to be first, and then I'm like, okay, kind of want to keep the party going, but like kind of changing up the vibe because the overall album is more like a fusion of like the different kinds of hip hop. So it's not even just like one specific
for
sound.
sure.
So like I try to put like different ones in there. So it's like first it's like the kind of the close to the trap / grime like hip hop, then it goes into more like commercial club hip hop, then it goes into more like the Afro hip hop from the
and you have a little backpackish hip hop in there too.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel that. tell me about thinking about doing like a more straight hip hop sound, because I saw that you kind of had a flow when the beats were like straight hip hop that someone in the hip hop space could just grab you and do that. Have you thought about going somewhere where it's like, I'll just bring my flavor and my voice to that hip hop sound directly?
Not really.
Because I feel like you have, because some people always say about Vibes, like people say Vibes was the Eminem of dancehall. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's
weird to me, but
no, but listen, the talent wise, like he could spit
right.
out anything, and so I feel like there isn't a kind of pocket that's hard for you to get into. I feel like you can get into different kind of pockets where you would probably catch someone off guard. They'd be like, "Oh, I didn't even know that I would like this on this sound." So I'm wondering if you thought of something like that, because and when I heard once I got like further and further down the album, I was like, okay, this is different from the one before. This is different from that one. This is different from that one. So I was thinking, you could probably get into that hip hop bag and.
Well, I mean, like I see myself as like a songwriter as well. So like I would for like other people, but I feel like for me as an artist, no. But like, because I also want to write for other people.
Yeah.
I love writing. Like I can like write anything you hear on the radio, any type of genre you hear that's mainstream, I can write in that. So like I'm totally down to like help people bring that sound together. But like me, artist wise, like I don't want to like be defined by just hip hop, especially because I love dancehall so much, and I love all the like other. I also love reggaeton. I love Afro beats. I love like all that. So like I want to be known as like kind of like the melting pot of all of that, and not just like
not the hip hop,
the one focus. So like you should be, but like I should be able to go feature on someone that's hip hop and still bring my thing. Still go feature on like a dancehall.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay,
yeah.
I feel that. So I talked to Getchna. She's on the last song. And she was talking about how you have so much flavors, how you're like a chameleon in the booth. Talk to that and how that grew. Why you laughing at Getchna?
I didn't know you're out here secretly talking to people.
yeah. I'm moving like a fed just for the interview.
I know, right? So I was out here doing research, y'all. This is some high level shit. Like, all right. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm a multifaceted individual.
Okay. Well, listen, I've gotten that much, but where did that come from? Did you always start that way? Did you see someone do that and you thought that's the way to go? Like how did that
No,
come
I
to
think
be?
it's just because like I said, I see myself as a songwriter. So like different times when I'm writing different songs, different parts of me will come out. So like it just kind of happens when I'm writing my own songs. Like
I feel that because you do say you see yourself as a songwriter kind of before.
Yeah, before I started like doing the artist stuff, I was just more like writing just to write.
Okay.
Once I discovered what music was, I went to this workshop and songwriter was the thing. I didn't even know songwriter was the thing.
Oh wow.
I didn't even know people like wrote songs. I didn't know any of that until I went to that workshop, and then after that I've just been like reading songwriting books. I was like practicing every day.
Oh, for real?
I was just I'll just be a writer. And then I was like, oh, how do you get your songs to people? It's like, oh well, you need to know people. It's like, oh, how do you get to know people? Oh well, you got to kind of be an artist, or you got to be a certain. So it's like, okay, you know what? But I had to go like take time to figure out like what would my sound be.
Yeah.
If I was gonna be there, like what would I sound like? So I had to do a process of like writing in different
for
genres
real,
to like figure
for
out
real.
like what I felt most comfortable with and like what I loved, because then I have to perform it, right?
Yeah.
And I couldn't perform certain things if I wasn't like committed to it.
Exactly.
So that took a whole another year.
Damn.
And then we landed on this. So like that's why I'm like I know where I'm going now, because like I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And like all my songwriting stuff still like comes out, and because like I sing, but I can also still do the.
One more time, you can do the what? What can you do?
The vibes voice, you know all the dancehall voice,
for
you
sure,
know the dancehall voice.
We call it the Batman voice. Don't kill me. No, okay, I like that.
But like, yeah, I sing most of the time, so I'm like, it all just.
All been
But like, I really do listen to dancehall like every day. So like,
no, well, you can see. I wouldn't think otherwise. You're not phony with it.
Yeah, like I have a problem. I listen to it every day.
So what would be your favorite song on the project?
That's such a hard question. It changes based on the day, to be honest.
Okay. What was your favorite song to make? We'll go that way. What was your favorite song to make? Like when you made it, that was the most fun you had making that song, or when you made it and it was done, you were like, "Oh, that was good."
I don't know. I had fun making all of them. There was one that came badass, the one with IP and Relly. When it came together, because they were both in the session at the same time. So hearing their parts and that's when I was like, this is actually better than I thought.
That's energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, so that's how I got really excited. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. Like, you can't tell me you don't like this. You're lying. Like, you know,
okay.
lying.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that got excited. But like favorite, it's kind of hard. Right now, today, my favorite is Lonely. Yesterday I was on Badass. Day before that it was Fati Fati. But today Lonely is my favorite.
All right, you're leading me to my next question. How did you choose Lonely as the next single to put out? Like, that's not what I would choose personally. So I want to know how you came to that.
Because I want people for the singles to hear the different variety, so that when they hear that, they're not already not expecting it to sound like one thing.
Oh, okay.
Because if I could have put other ones that sounded more like Fati, but then like they would start to think that's the whole project.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I wanted to already prep people with like, there's gonna be different sounds,
okay,
different things on there. Like expect variety.
Okay.
I've never done anything without variety, but like you should expect variety. So that's why I picked it. Also, it's winter. That's the most time you feel the loneliest.
Yeah,
it's cold,
cuffing
it's
season.
Sad. Yeah, so like
it's cold, it's sad.
They would connect to it, but it's still like a little upbeat, so you don't have to be completely sad.
It's probably the most upbeat, lonely song you could ever make, for sure.
So that's what it was.
Okay. Now Dr. T-By, and he was asking, I know this guy's, the research is getting you. You're not ready. You're not ready. He had to ask you about if you... Don't kill me. He had to ask you about some new projects, because like you said, you started, Trap House, basically, right after you were done reggaeton. So have you started the next already? Because
I have, yeah.
Can we get any information and what the sound's gonna be like?
Next summer.
Okay. Anything other information on what the sound is like?
It's called Afro Bashment.
Afro
so
Bashment.
Take from that what you will.
Okay. I like that. You know what? Honestly, that's good enough for me. I like Afro Bashment. I know the vibe. I know where you're headed. That's good enough for me. The name Bashment Trap House, like, that's one of my favorite names of the album.
Really?
For sure. What? Bro, I'm from Scarborough. Like, what? If you say Bashment Trap House, I know what that means. Like, well, I know the jeans is printed up on the wall. Yeah. And I came in there with a rag. Like, I know what that means. So how do you come to that name for the album? Because, again, anyone from Scarborough or from the ends or who knows, when you hear Bashment Trap House, when you hear that, only one thing comes to your mind. So how do you think of that name for the album?
It's more because I felt like it was an evolution from the Bashment reggaeton, which was like dancehall and reggaeton come together. So like I feel like this was like dancehall and kind of trap-ish hip hop come together. So it just made sense to me.
Oh, okay.
Because I kind of like named it based on the sound, not necessarily like a thematic thing, because I want people to get the vibe. So it's more like that would help you understand what the vibe was gonna be.
Yeah, that sets a tone. Talk about Afrobeat T.O. now.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
wow.
What do you expect? Come on, you gotta talk about yourself a little bit. Just tell anyone how it started, what's happening for the future, and just anyone who wants to get involved in either being a part of it, attending the events, helping out. Like, just give us kind of a run through that.
So Afrowave started because I didn't see many showcases that had dancehall or anything outside of R&B and hip hop.
Still don't.
So I was just like, okay, I can either keep complaining or I can just try and do something myself. I actually wanted to start it this summer, but that didn't happen. So I ended up starting. The first one was September. September was a really good turnout. We had a lineup of different Afrobeat and dancehall and reggaeton artists in Toronto that are all here because we exist. We're right here in the city.
You definitely do exist. Y'all out here.
Yeah, so like they killed it. That show was amazing. We had another one in November that was also great. The next one's coming up January 26th, and then there's another one in February. But come out January 26th, catch the vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a soca artist that's in Toronto as well coming out for the January 26th one. We're going to release the lineup soon.
Okay.
AfroWaveTO.com is now live. The Eventbrite is not out yet, but it will be soon.
Okay.
But no, yeah, that's really what it was. And I just did it myself.
Talk about, I guess, the vibe at one of Afro-ATO compared to other showcases, because I've been to other showcases where it's R&B or hip hop, and you see the crowd kind of half in it, or you get a head nod for the first verse, and then second verse comes around.
No, it was live. Like
that's what I can imagine. It must be actually live. So
we have a nice recap on our YouTube.
Okay. Everyone go check that out. Check out that recap.
Yeah, that recap will give you the entire vibe of what it was really like.
Okay.
People like. We're moving. We weren't standing stiff on no wall and no corner.
Okay, well,
like we're moving.
We'll add a clip of that in here.
Yeah, we were like moving. Like it was a vibe. Like people were into the songs. Like they like. It was live. Like I don't know.
No.
I don't know how to
Say no
it,
more.
like,
Say no more. Say no more.
You got to wind up and free up and broke out in peace. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. There we go. So we have this thing where once people get a huge amount of money, you've seen it with Michael Jackson, Justin Bieber, they buy animals. See, Bieber bought his monkey. Michael Jackson had a monkey. People buy, that's after you get a lot of money. Like clearly that must be what it is because I see people doing it. Mm-hmm. So when you get to that status and you're making M's on M's on M's on M's, what animal are you gonna buy?
There won't be no animals.
How's it making of you?
I can tell you that right now.
This guy said there's
there won't be no animals. So
I said no animals.
But it will not.
You're not an animal person at all. Not a dog, not a cat.
I am not an animal person.
Don't, because when you go to someone's crib and they have a dog, are you cool with the dog?
I usually ask them first if they have one.
Or you're one of those? You're serious?
I'm like, I need to know before I come in.
We have a dog in the station, so you're lucky the dog's not here today.
Yeah, I always ask them like, so is there a dog inside?
Damn.
Like,
do you have like a story? Some dog did something to you back in the day?
Did. Like some dog bit me when I was younger at my auntie's house in America. I was like petting it and it just bite off my finger, and after that it was a no for any animals.
You know what? That's fair. It's
a lot generalized now. So.
No, listen, when the teeth come out, that's fair.
It's okay that I stopped crossing the street now. So like. Progress has been made, okay? I can at least,
you were crossing this. That's bad.
No, yeah,
that
it was bad before. Like, I'm like...
You know, I feel you, because when I was younger, I went to Jamaica. I think I was maybe 11. I had a birthday party out there one year. We left for like 3 weeks. And that same kind of thing happened to me, where I don't know whose relative it was, because if I remember, I'd still be cheese to this day. But I went to their house, and the dog chased me as soon as I walked in. So as soon as I walked in, dog chased me, and I ran up the street. After a while, they called the dog, and it stopped, but I'll never forget that.
See, yeah, no, I don't run.
It took me, listen, I was young. It took me like 5 years to recover from that. Literally for like...
It takes,
it's
traumatizing.
It is
traumatizing.
No, I know what you mean.
Like,
now I got mad love for dogs, but back in those days, like...
I can look at them now.
I can
maybe,
look at them.
like, pet them, but like...
Not more than that?
I'm still just like, you can stay over there. Be happy over there. I'll be happy over here.
Wow. Damn.
Just like, you just chill, I can chill. We can coexist. Apart.
Yeah, let's not close up. Let's not close up.
But they always want to come. I don't know. They love me. They
That's
want to
weird.
lick. They want to do this. They want to sniff up. They want to do all these. I don't know why. These dogs just always want to run up on me.
Wow, that's crazy. Maybe they're trying to convert you.
I don't know what it is. I'm always like,
you know what's crazy? I could see you in like 10 years somehow just switching up. You know what I'm saying? You're just cuddling up with your dog all times of the day, all times of night.
Let's see.
I know. Let's see. Let's see. This is what you need your phone for. What's your favorite app on your phone right now that's not social media? So.
Oh, Netflix.
This guy already knows. Okay, what are you watching right now?
Oh, right now I'm watching Shameless because the new season.
Oh, I still gotta watch that. I heard that's really good. Damn, I gotta watch that. Okay. What are you watching? What are you watching else on Netflix other than Shameless?
Oh, let's see. I mean, I kind of feel like I watched everything.
Yeah, I can tell the way you said it fast. I was like, hey, you be on the Netflix. So.
I love me some Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix is me time.
Oh
Netflix
man!
is like,
and you got it on the phone too.
Of course.
When you could download it on the phone, that changed the game.
And you could save it.
Yeah,
so you can listen to it anywhere.
Yeah, that changed the game.
What did I watch? Oh, I was also watching me some Riverdale.
Okay.
Some Black Lightning. Some Greenleaf.
Oh, I forgot about Black Lightning. Damn.
I watched Scandal, Suits, Dynasty.
You're watching everything.
Zoo. This was an interesting show.
Okay.
Top Boy. Shadowhunters, Society, Good Girls.
So you basically,
100.
I can trust you. You watch everything.
Man.
I trust you that you've watched everything, basically.
Everything that's actually interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watch everything that's actually interesting. That's not like a documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something boring.
Yeah,
something stale.
Yeah,
I need
with some drama or some life. I watch.
Yeah, I need something new to watch. I think I might watch Mindhunters next. That's what I'm hearing a lot of hype about.
I've heard about that one, but I haven't watched it yet.
I'm finishing Breaking Bad. I'm mad late.
Oh, I watched that one.
Yeah, I'm on like the end of season 4, so I'm almost done. But yeah, I'm finishing Breaking Bad. I probably watch Mindhunters next because I need something new to watch.
Okay.
So we do a Wednesday Wisdom here on the show. Every Wednesday we go on Twitter, find some motivational quotes, stuff like that. What do you kind of keep in your head that keeps you motivated every week? Because everyone knows your week could start blessed, and by Thursday it feel like the worst week of all time. So what do you keep in your head that's a little something you say to yourself that keeps you up all the time?
I don't have one of those. I'm not that person.
You don't have anything that's like that. You're just up just to be up, like.
I just be praying. That's about it.
That's the best answer I ever heard. That's the best answer. No, that's the best answer. That's the best answer. That's honestly the best answer. Like no cap.
There's no like.
That's actually the right answer too.
I don't have any quote that I like memorize and I say to myself.
Yeah.
I just be complaining to the Lord. That's it.
You all be talking. Yeah.
You need to fix it. Fix it. That's
how you talk to him.
Yeah. How you mean? I'm right, like, but like, you know what's up? I don't have to pretend, but like, you know me not like that. So I needed to remove that.
Facts. God knows what it is. He knows what it is.
So I'm like, straight up,
yo.
I used to help,
man.
because you said not me. You gonna handle it, so handle it.
Wow, that's the best answer. I don't think anyone could top that. But I want to thank you for coming through. You made a little bit of a dent in the vanilla. Let me see that actually.
It's a little bit.
You made a little bit of a dent. Honestly, I'm asking a lot for someone to finish that entire thing. You got to be an animal or on drugs or both to
it's a lot.
to get into that. But again, thank you for coming through. Now the album again, January 31st, 2020, Bashment Trap House. Make sure everyone goes and gets that and know yourself, know your worth.